The Vegas Golden Knights as a franchise will not hit the same number of games played as Marleau until the 2038-39 season. You know, assuming there's no more lockouts or shortened seasons or Stone lifting the Stanley Cup. Yeah! Let's go! Go, Knights, go! Why? Oh my goodness! Yeah, he's gorgeous. I never thought I'd see that in a hockey game. The Golden Knights win 3-2 in the shootout with Lehner in net against the San Jose Sharks. Before we get into this game, huge congrats to Patrick Marleau for surpassing Gordie Howe for most NHL games played. Incredible achievement that we were already talking about how nobody would ever beat Howe's record, but this one I don't know that anyone's ever gonna really beat. Marleau, overall, such a class act, has been really consistently a good player in the league throughout his career. And to those of you who've been saying Patrick Marleau should have been out of the league for a while, well, let's look. Just looking at points over the last couple of years, you can see that in Toronto he had 47, then 37, and then 22 if you combine San Jose and Pittsburgh from last year. That is kind of low, yeah, for points, but if you compare that to Ryan Reaves, yeah. Reaves brings a physical presence for sure, but Marleau brings a leadership presence as well, and that cannot be understated in how much that impacts the league and the locker room and everything. Anyway, the game, the Sharks definitely coming out of the gate hot with a lot of urgency to get this win for the captain, not looking like the Sharks that we've seen all year basically. Fighting really hard, and about 10 minutes in, kind of a defensive turnover, but makes its way to Knizhov, not out. He blasts it from the point, goes past Lehner, making it 1-0 San Jose. Up to you.
I should have.
You've got to be kidding me. Lehner, why didn't you have that? That was a slow shot. Wasn't tipped. There were definitely buys in front, but on that one, you kind of want Lehner to get that. Speaking of the Sharks not looking like themselves, Martin Jones definitely not looking like himself. He literally was on his head for this game. He did really well, performed some really good saves. With about 5.5 minutes left in this first period, I don't know how this puck didn't go in. Braden McNabb doing incredible stuff behind Lehner, who was scrambling to get the first save, but the rebound went past him over his shoulder, kind of like the one previous game with Stone clearing the puck. McNabb does the exact same thing to keep it at a 1-goal game. Some extracurriculars after the buzzer because it's Evander Kane, so of course. And he doesn't have Reaves to pick on, or kind of try to at least this time, so he goes after Lehner. Typical Kane stuff, what do you expect? Of course, Evander Kane's starting crap after the buzzer. I don't expect any different. And immediately to start the second period, I don't know what this was. The puck trickles out of the Shark zone and goes all the way into our zone. Haig collects it and tries to bounce it off the boards, but it goes right to Logan Couture. Couture bumped off the puck, leaves it kind of in the middle of the ice, and Noah Gregor comes back, grabs it, rips it past Lehner, 2-0 Sharks. What were you doing, Haig? Another goal that you kind of want Lehner to have, but also you kind of want your defense to be able to handle that puck better. But right after this goal, the Sharks are called for a tripping call, giving us a power play, which normally I'm not a happy camper for. Come on, guys, do something. Theodore on the point, fakes a slap shot, skates over, gets an open lane, shoots it on net, and Stone with the deflection to make it go in. Thank you! We scored a power play goal. The captain, again, I had 2 games in a row that we scored a power play goal, but it's Stone both times, and we're on the board 2-1. Immediately after this goal, another play happened. Carrier with the puck skates from behind the net towards the middle of the ice, sends it over to Coughlin, who's pinching up, and he shoots it. Jones makes the save, but Janmark grabs this rebound and puts it in as the whistle's blown, because dead puck? No! He didn't have control of the puck! Premature whistle, my gosh. No goal here, and it would have been Janmark's first as a Vegas Golden Knight. The puck wasn't down. Martin Jones did not have it, but the refs couldn't see it, and that's kind of what they're supposed to do when they can't see it, so it remains 2-1. How is Martin Jones playing this well? Wow, what a hit. Who was that, Yurko? Go into the third period, and we get another power play opportunity. Our fourth of this game, and that's the thing, like, it had mostly been called against San Jose at this point. I think it was 4-1, but San Jose's penalties were kind of blatantly obvious. But power play, I'll take it. You know, it's right off the draw, which we win. Gets back to Theodore, over to Pacioretty, to Stone, who's behind the net, and Stone comes out from around the net, tries for a wraparound, and it goes in, and it's a goal, and it's a tie game, 2-2. Yeah! Mark freaking Stone! 2 power play goals! Granted, it was against the Sharks, which is the only team we can really seem to consistently score on the power play with, but you know what? Our power play, slowly getting better. It's all coming together. Both teams would have a chance to break the tie as we closed the third period. One from the Balsert line. Sorry, Marleau, Balsers, and Hurdle. I was sitting there the whole time thinking, of course, like, you know, it had to be Marleau and his line putting this together, but Lehner keeps it out. And then for the last like minute and a half or so, the Vegas Golden Knights just continue to have this offensive onslaught, but Martin Jones doing very un-Martin Jones things and keeps the puck out, and so we go to overtime, tied 2-2. The Golden Knights just dominated this overtime, but Martin Jones blocks everything, including Mark Stone going for the hat trick, but he does the same exact move that he tried to pull last game on a breakaway that went in last game, but doesn't go in here. Man, that Marleau line is really wanting to get that W for him. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Ah, 3-on-1. Good D, guys. Let's go, Mark Stone for the hat trick. Come on, dude. He does the same move every time. Wow. Good save, Lehner. Stone! Stone! Guys, oh my gosh. But nothing happens, which means we're going to the shootout. Again with Lehner in net. But you know, sometimes funny things can happen in the shootout. Patrick Marleau will shoot first, no doubt. Marleau goes first, tries to go 5-hole, Lehner saves it. Marleau, good save, Panda. Alex Tuck's turn, he makes his way, does a little dirty dangle, goes from the backhand all the way over to his forehand, tucks it past Jones to give the Knights the advantage. Tuck. Yeah! Let's go! Ryan Donato's turn, he swoops all the way around, coming in, tries to get Robin Lehner to bite. He kind of does, but he kicks his right pad out to save it. Ryan Donato. Wow. Good job, Lehner. Stevenson's turn, and he either missed or Martin Jones barely got a piece of it, but that means we're going back to the Sharks. Come on, Stevenson! Wide. Couture drives right down center and tries to deke out Lehner, but Lehner amazingly stops this, winning the shootout and giving the Golden Knights the victory. All right, San Jose's captain. Woohoo! Lehner did it! The Golden Knights season high 7th win in a row, and that is going to be capped by Robin Lehner's fantastic goaltending. Martin Jones also kept them in it for the most part. The Sharks overall had a lot of energy coming out, and that got them the 2-0 lead, but they couldn't keep up the momentum against the Knights, and we just came back and won. Overall from this game, Patrick Marleau, class act, and honestly most of the fans that I had interacted with had nothing but respect for him and his accomplishment from this game, and it was really, really cool to see Golden Knights organization do what they did for Marleau's family by getting them a box and then having a standing ovation from the crowd that were there on the ice. Hey, handshake. Handshake line for Marleau, that's good. Our next game, Wednesday night against the Sharks again. But anyways, that's gonna be it for Game 45's Nightly Review. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.